sunrise, let the day begin. Johnny and Mark are here, let the laughter in. With every sip of coffee, feel the warmth inside. Conversations and humor take you for a ride. Your morning boost with Johnny and Mark, a perfect blend of laughter, igniting the spark, inspiration and insight. Join the journey, let them light your way. It's a brew of connection, a world to explore, a network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you. As the day unfolds, carry what you've heard, inspire and inform with every single word. Johnny and Mark beside you as you start a new day, the morning show that lifts you through and through. A network of voices opening the door. With Johnny and Mark, feel the power of two, a morning tradition just waiting for you.
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
See the special man.
You got the dollars, make me an offer. New England Cajun Roots, Johnny understands.
Johnny understands.
Let him have it with no problem, see the special man. Let him have it with no problem, see the special man.
Hey, Regina, what day is it? It's a hump day. How's everybody doing this morning? Hello, good morning, and welcome. We are currently 43 degrees. Let's get into the 60s today, and I'm looking forward to it. And how are you doing today, Mr. J?
Good morning, sir. I'm a little on the wrong side of tired, but hoping that clears up with another 6 or 7 or 10 cups of coffee. I should be all good.
I hear that. And first in the chat is TZ. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Good morning, Lady TZ.
If y'all missed yesterday's show, TZ did have a live show yesterday explaining what was going on. Go back and check it out if you missed it. I was able to watch it. And Regina, hello, good morning, and welcome. A little rain, but beautiful
Regina.
morning. Today's quote: "The sun is daily reminder that we can rise again from the dark." Yeah, you right about that. Shine on light. I like that. And Thierry, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you.
Thierry, the soap goddess.
Little Debbie, hello, good morning, and welcome. And hope the mom's doing well. And Jennifer, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Angela, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Angela, big hugs to you.
Good to see you. You're welcome. And Tina, hello, good morning, and welcome. And thank you for leaving a nice little comment on the show yesterday. Thank you very much.
Oh, that means she's in the running for moon
Yes,
pies.
she's got her name on the list for moon pies. Yes, she does. And Scarlett, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing?
Oh, my Scarlet.
Chrissy and Stacy, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are y'all doing? Good to see y'all.
Good
Welcome.
morning, ladies.
Morning, sweet Jay. Everybody saying hello, good to each other. Miss Denise, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. And Carol, hello, good morning, and welcome, Carol. How are you doing? Good
Hi,
to see
Carol.
you. And welcome. Yep, it's a hump day. Carol, that's today. You forgot to put that in the chat. I didn't even see it. Didn't even say what day it is. Usually it's the wrong day you say that.
Carol don't even know what planet she's on, so it's okay.
That's true. That's true. Baby girl vibes. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing?
Hey, baby girl.
And Leslie, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for the prayers. Mom is home. Awesome.
Oh, good.
Great
That's
news.
good news, Debbie. That's good news.
Undercover gals. Susie, hello, good morning and welcome. And every time I see that, it's the Suspizio show. And Aaron, I got that song every time I see your name in my mind. How are you doing this morning? Good to see you. Also, don't forget today we have a great lineup. Leslie's going to be here today for our Hump Day auction as one of our guests. We also have
Woohoo!
none other than Crazy May Stash Mia. And we're going to have Miss Marion. We have a long lineup today. And Tooch Man will be here today on the Hump Day.
Da Tooch.
Yeah. Good morning. Everybody saying hello and good morning. Raspberries for you, Jay.
You don't scare me.
You better watch it because sometimes she can be.
I was gonna say that. Then again, maybe so. Maybe she does. Maybe she does actually scare me a little.
Also, just a quickly friendly reminder, tomorrow I may be a little late getting the show started. I do have to drop off my car to get my brake jobs done on my all four of my tire. Almost four of my brakes have to be, all of them have to be changed. So that's gonna be a 7 o'clock drop off, and I'm getting a loaner for tomorrow, so I should be back home in time. But just in case, it may be running a little late as soon as I can get back home. It's about 30 minutes depending on traffic, but I'm coming against traffic coming back, so I should be okay. And then let's see. Don't forget tomorrow. Keep marking your thoughts and prayers. Nope, I'm sorry. Friday. Mark's going in for his surgery on Friday. He said yesterday he wasn't sure what time yet, but he will be going into surgery this Friday.
And speaking of thoughts and prayers, for those of you that that are of that notion, please keep the folks of Texas and Illinois in your thoughts and prayers. Last night was a truly horrific evening of tornadoes and extremely destructive storms that moved through both Texas and Illinois. There's one town in Illinois that was completely leveled. There's nothing left of it. Check out the news if you can. If you There's a really wonderful weather channel called Ryan Hall, y'all, and he's got a 501 C that called the Y'all Squad. If you're able to make donations to his, they go out into these communities now that have been ravaged by the tornadoes, and they provide really necessary support to the community, both financially and buying them, generators and things like that to hopefully get their towns rebuilt. But it was a really, really terrible outbreak last night. Keep all those thoughts, keep all those good thoughts going for those people.
If somebody can drop that link to his channel, I would like to watch it. I think I am subscribed to him, though. That name sounds familiar. Michael, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm wondering what town it is in Illinois.
Yeah, Illinois was, I wish I could remember the name of the town. Lake something.
You see Scarlett's comment?
Aw, I appreciate that, Scarlett. But it is the Mark and Johnny show after all. So, or Johnny and Mark. Sorry, Johnny and Mark. Trust me, you don't want to put Johnny in that second spot. He gets into diva mode, so it gets really ugly.
That was too funny. Yeah, I heard about that. Today's gonna be some more. Yeah. And Annette, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? And Ashley, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, Ashley.
Paulo lives in that area.
Yeah.
Paulo lives in which area?
One of those tornado areas.
I'm already watching him. Amy, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I definitely have to find out what
Good morning, Miss Amy.
Let me make sure I'm subscribed because I want to find out. Come on, link. There we go.
Ryan Hall's channel is
I
amazing.
just dropped it. I think I'm following him. That name sounds familiar. Yes, I am subscribed.
I'm he and his team are just incredible, and the work they do for the communities is
Let me make sure my notifications are. Oh, it's on none. One day.
Patrick.
All right, I will definitely check into that after.
Thank you, G. Yes, that's where it is. Lake Village. Yep,
Lake
that's the one.
Village. Hmm.
Horrible.
I'll
I saw when I saw those
find it.
pictures last night. Just awful.
And good morning, Patrick. Hello, good morning. Robert and I were talking about this last night because no, the day before yesterday with Patrick's Domino, we saw a commercial, and he said that the toppings, something about you can get 7 toppings, but you can only get 3 of the pepperoni. That's part of your 7 toppings, up to 7. And 3 of those, you can only get the max is 3 for pepperoni. I said, who in the world would want that much pepperoni on one pizza? That'd be greasy. Ugh. No. Lake Village. Hmm. Auntie Mama, hello, good morning, and welcome. And
Auntie
how are you
Mama, good
doing?
morning.
Yeah. On this, every time that's interrupting. Ain't that some? Paul, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. We'll be on the Beardos when tonight or tomorrow night. They got their auction tonight. It's usually on Nady Pie's channel. Oh wow, I thought it was only 2. Well, that's what Robert said. Yeah, that's too much for me. The tornado near San Antonio last night was very mild.
Yeah, but they had some. There was some really bad hail and other wind damage uh, throughout all kinds of parts of Texas yesterday.
It's warming up, Carol. Where you been? I don't see a link. And Glenn, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? I saw he did a show a day ago. I wonder if that was yeah. Tomorrow's severe threat. No, that was it. He did one 5 hours ago. Yeah, there is one he did 5 hours ago.
He streamed.
Wow,
He streamed
10
yesterday for
hours,
something.
10
Ryan
and a half
streamed
hours
yesterday for something like
long.
15 hours. Yeah, it was.
Well, there's two. One is 11 minutes. Nope, I'm wrong. One was 5.5 hours 3 days ago, and then 5 hours ago he did one that it was 10 hours and 29 minutes.
Yeah, he had to go really long yesterday
Yeah. Patrick
because
says I
his
like
whole.
more meat.
Amen to that, Patrick. You ain't
Miss
telling no lies in school today.
Marion. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Don't forget today she will be on the Hope Day auction today.
Good morning, Miss Marion.
I'm looking forward to having you back on again today. Yeah, we even got Miss Mia, Crazy May Stash today. There's the link for Thursday, but are they doing their auction tonight? Yeah, because usually that's on Native Pie's channel. Oh, that's right. He usually doesn't do the thumbnail till right before the show. Let's see. Yesterday after my live, y'all, I crashed in my lunch.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I was sleeping on my sandwich. Wow. That means you
That's
need to.
hilarious, TZ. Again, pics or it didn't happen. You got we want to see pictures. Want to see that slice of bread up around your ear.
Carol, you kind of late now, girlfriend. You just waking up? What day is it? I was looking forward to you saying that earlier, girl. Anything going on for you, Mr. J?
No, I'm just still buried in writing contracts. Was telling Johnny this morning. I wrote something like 40 contracts yesterday. So keep it. That is kicking my butt, but I know that I've got to get through that so that I can keep moving on with production. So there we go. And I got to get my thumbnail done today for our Irish author show on Tuesday night.
Also, don't forget if you are on eBay and you have a store level, this is your community service announcement. Public service announcement for eBay. If you have a store level where you get a coupon for your shipping supplies every quarter, you only have a little less than 3 weeks to use it before you lose it. Get your free shipping supplies because you paid for it already. So why not use it? So make sure you use it before you lose it because you only have a couple of more weeks left. Actually, you got about 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. 2 weeks and 3 days. So it's going to be coming up soon. So make sure you use it. You don't want to lose that. And other than that, we're going to go ahead and get into our topic of the day, which is part 3 of our series for this week. And then after we get involved with the chat, we're going to do our final thoughts for the week's comment topics. Without further ado, let's get into our topic of the day, part 3. Two guys, vintage and resale. Good morning, Mark. Because I know Mike's usually not up this early. If he is,
Good
good
morning,
morning to
Mark.
Mike as well. You have a comment from Tina, by the way. When printing children's book, it better to print on demand or bite the bullet and buy in bulk?
It is never better to it is never better to buy in bulk because you will be stuck with all those unsold copies at some point, and if you don't have enough unsold copies left, you won't be able to turn them over to a liquidator to make them clearance books. So if you got stuck with anything like under 150, they won't even talk to you, and there you are sitting with boxes of books in your house. I Plus it's better for the environment to do print on demand. You're not having to have a bunch of trees killed off. And with the tariffs going on, if you were printing overseas, you're going to be spending more anyway for those supposed savings in the bulk printing. You're definitely much better off doing print on demand.
And I saw another comment right before that. So let me ask you this though: when you do the print on demand, do y'all take like a pre-order first before, or is it just on demand?
So literally, it's completely invisible to anybody that orders the book. They have no idea. In fact, a lot of the books, if you were to go to Amazon and buy a book from a small press, a lot of times it's invisible to you. You have no idea that's actually being printed to order.
Okay.
They just print it in house or they print it in Ingram and ship it out, and it gets shipped out looking like it's shipped from the publisher. You would never know that it was being done. On our website, we take the orders, and then we send them off to Ingram to be fulfilled, but it'll still arrive to our customer as coming from Misty Media.
All right. Now, I also have another question here. I'm going to answer. Amy would like to know what store levels do you need to be in the order to start getting coupons? Every level of store levels, it will tell you, and it doesn't matter because certain levels you get a certain amount. I know when I first started, I was on the basic level. I didn't get a coupon, but it took me about 3 months. I started in July. My first listings was in July of 2019. So in October, I went onto the store level, which was like the second to highest. I did get a percentage of for that month prorated because I did it in the middle of a month. But then after that, I got that one, and then in January I got a whole full one. But every level is different. So what you need to do is when you go into your eBay store, under the eBay store, under your tabs, you're going to look for store. Hold on, advertisement, marketing. Under marketing, it says subscriber discounts. You want to look for your tab that says subscriber discounts. When you get there, there's going to be a page that's going to say, and I can share my screen and show you. Everybody's page is different depending on how you have your home page set up. I'm going to share this so you can find it. I do have by the way, I do have a video on how to find your store coupon. And I believe I did it in 2 different ways because there's 2 different ways you can find it. But I do have a video on how to find it. But just to give you a quick view of it, once you go to your store, it's going to say subscriber discount. It's going to say eBay shipping supplies. Now you may have other discounts here, but it tells you when it ends. In this case, this one ends on March 31st. When you click on see details, you can start shopping right here. But as you see it tells me I already redeemed mine. I don't wait to the last minute. If it's been redeemed, you'll have it here saying redeemed. If not, you have a code. You copy it, you go into shopping, and you can even start shopping here like this. It'll automatically bring you to eBay shipping supplies. Once you do that, you can start shopping here. But anything you purchase, the coupon has to have something with the word eBay on it. That's the only shipping supplies you can actually order with that coupon. And it have be anything that has to do with anything that has eBay on it. And that's basically how you can find it. But I do have a video on how to find it and how to use it. But you have to go through your eBay discount, subscriber discount is where you'll find it. Stop. Always have to take us off and put us back on after I share the screen. But anyway, that's how you would get there. Let's see.
Good morning, Jessica.
I want to get those answered before we get into our topic of the day. How to use and find. That must be her video. I'm not sure whose video that was. I can walk you.
I think Debbie was dropping the link for finding and using your coupon.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw that in the chat.
Yeah, American Honey, Laverne, Tennessee is definitely their main warehouse. And what a lot of people don't know is that Barnes & Noble has a really, really tight relationship with Ingram. Barnes & Noble is just down the road from Ingram. And so a lot of times when you're placing an order for a book through Barnes & Noble, Ingram pulls it, and several times a day, Barnes & Noble just drives down the street, picks up all those orders from Ingram, and brings them back and packs them up in the Barnes & Noble warehouse and ships them out.
Mark says, hello to everybody. Working on the phone is a challenge. It is. I don't know.
Unless you're Jennifer.
Exactly. Thank you so much, little Debbie, for dropping that. And that is the link if you want to check it out, Amy. And I do more work, a walkthrough on that. I believe that's an older one I did. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Jessica. Yeah, you can check your store. And if you have a different level, it'll tell you what your coupon is going to be. Like I think Michael said, it's only 25 and 50, but I thought it was something else. Virginia, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Within miles of my house. Good to see you. Welcome. All right, so let's get into our topic of the day. And this is part 3. We broke this down into 3 different days this week. So this is part 3 of are you the cloud or the rainbow? If you want to get more into details of what we talked about this week, this is part 3. We started this series on Monday. And it has to do with it's never too late to prepare yourself so that you can be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. So today's part 3, and it's for preparation. Preparation is a form of generosity. For your customers, quality preparation means that you can get the items to them as they need it. I'm reading that wrong already. Means that you can get the items they need exactly as described, right when they need it. For your community is when you can figure out a system that works. You can become the light of a new seller who is currently lost in the fog. When selling stuff either on platforms or YouTube auctions, you're providing a solution and showing others it can be done. Your thoughts on that today, Mr. Jake?
I think that one of the key things to either one is the communication aspect. So I think it's whether you're communicating with your customers to find out ahead of time exactly what they need and when they need it, and for the community, when you've discovered something that works really well for you, sharing that information with others in groups like this one, or in other chat sessions. I think that's where demonstrating is great, but it's the old thing, teach someone to fish, and that then becomes even better. So great to accomplish what you want, but what are you doing to also go out and share your knowledge, and what are you doing with your customers to find out what they actually want, what are they actually looking for, and tailoring how you do it better based around the feedback that you get from your customers.
And Michael, you said it best. Yes, she can give you a class on it, but again, I don't know how she does it. Virginia has a question. If I sell and ship my 2 large clothes, will the post office print out my label? If you have purchased your label, You can bring it and they will print it for you. Yes. As long as you already have it and you have it on your phone or send it to your phone, yes, they will. As long as you already have it purchased. Oh, thank you, Carol. Let's see. Michael, are you still into AI? Yeah, he got me hooked. I'm taking courses on that right now. I'm on the big one. Lord Jesus, that's a lot. I am on the one that is what is it called again? I'll have to look it up. The one I'm doing right now. Let's see here. I hit I may hit you up if you don't mind. We all miss Cody. Yeah. Um, One of the things too, like what Jay was just saying, even with communication, whether you're online, platforms, YouTube, wherever, the biggest thing is communications. For example, last week someone purchased something from me, and I noticed when I went to pull the item, I had everything correct in the description, in the description box, in the pictures, but for some reason I had the wrong item in my title. I had everything about the brand, but the title itself said it was a Christmas stocking, when instead of it being a Christmas stocking, it was actually a large swan. The lady says, "Yes, I want the swan." So I did order it correctly, and it was already shipped out. But yeah, you do want to still communicate, whether you're on any platforms or YouTube. That open communication is the biggest problem that I see in reselling. We have to always communicate, and no matter what it is, whether it's with a customer, if you're a customer trying to get in, you have to get in touch with the seller. It's a big plus. It is something that we have to do. No matter what platform you are on, no matter what you're doing, that is a big thing you have to do. And the thing I'm doing right now is uh, Deep Seek is the one I'm working on right now. That's a big one.
The other part of communication is also partially education. Um, I gotta tell you that as as a buyer, I was in an auction last night. I won't mention names. It wasn't anybody in here, I don't think. But um, it was just crazy how little the people knew about the stuff they were selling. And, if I wanna go to a garage sale and move around tables, and figure everything out for myself, then that's what I'll do. But if I'm coming to you who's hosting a channel and you're running this as your business, I'm expecting a certain level of knowledge, and some basics like who made the product that you're selling, or you know, so I mean, it's not just about finding really cool stuff and putting it up for sale, but your people are also looking to you. I mean, perfect example is Angela and Uni, and their incredible knowledge of glass. And whenever they sell something, I learn so much about it. Is it more necessarily that I might need for what I want to buy? Sure, but it makes me trust them more as a seller, that I know what they're selling, and I also trust the product more because they've explained the features and the benefits of getting that, and they aren't just holding up to the screen and going, "Here, I've got this," and it's a starting bid of $5. So I think that's a really important part of providing that rainbow is knowing what you're selling. You don't have to be an expert, but people are going to trust you more, and you're going to have better sales, and people are going to engage with you better if you come across as knowledgeable of what you're selling.
And Jennifer, yes, we've been talking. Virginia, we've been talking about Vinted. And by the way, Ms. Denise sold her first item this past week on Vinted. Have you listed on Vinted yet, or have you? Because you can do more than clothing on Vinted. It's not just clothing. Have you signed up for it yet? Because if not, I do have a referral code in my description, in my link tree, and it's actually in my channel. But Vinted is something that you don't have to pay for anything. There's no fees to the seller. But when you do sell, Miss Denise listed her first item, and she finally got it to sell, and so she's going to start listing more as well. I signed up for it. I do have a referral code if anybody wants to sign up for it. You basically just take your pictures, and they will send you, when it sells, they will send you the label, just like Poshmark, and a packing slip. Again, you don't have to use the packing slip, but I do in everything I sell. It's just a little bit more of a professional look to it when you're actually sending them the actual packing slip. But Vented is something that I just started listing, and it is free, and they do provide you with that label, so you just have to get it printed. So yeah, that's what you're talking about. If you haven't listed yet, I know nothing. I have half a Zama. Yes, indeed, girl. Instead of Alzheimer's, half a Zama. Yeah, I believe it, girl. But yeah, I have to say though, even when it comes to Jay, but also some sellers' whole motto is they don't research a product, they sell grab and grab great deal. Yeah, and that's true too.
Although, Michael, what I got to tell you is, for a bunch of those that I have looked at, I find that most of the time, whatever they're charging is not a great deal. And that's because they don't really know what it's actually being sold for, because they bought it in a giant pallet lot or something, and as a result, don't know what they have and they don't know what its value is.
Good morning, Joanne. How are you doing? Good to see you. So, Virginia, have you started listing there yet? But yeah, you don't have to do just clothing. I'm looking into other categories that they do offer.
Johnny, remind me, you had tried the eBay promoted listings thing, and you were gonna tell everybody uh, why you only ended up doing it for 1 day.
And
Is
is
that
today
coming on a
Thursday?
video, or is that on a discussion topic for another day?
Is that today's Thursday?
Is that Thursdays? Okay.
This will be tomorrow. I did it, and then I'm going to do the tomorrow. Virginia, not yet. I do have a referral code, by the way, a referral link. If you go into my main page and you do the 13 plus drop links, I do have a referral for you to sign up for Vented. And basically, you just take your pictures, you list it. Your first picture listing that you do, it will take up to 2 days at the max for them to verify that you are who you say you are when you signed up, and then you can list more. But usually, the first few will take a couple of days to show up for everybody to see. But once you get started, that's it. It's good to go. But yeah, I do have a referral link. Check it out, because there's a bonus if you sign up through that link. You get a bonus and I get a bonus. It's an affiliate link. We both get a bonus. Last two comments for you, love. So yeah, one of the things again, like we were talking about with today's topic, is it's part of the whole 3 days this week. We broke it down because we didn't want to have it all in one day. There was a lot to cover. But when it comes to our portion today, you want to make sure you're prepared and don't procrastinate. If you, like, for example, for me, I know that I'm going to have an auction coming up. I usually have everything ready on a spreadsheet. For me, that's how I do things. I'll have it, I'll research it, and a lot of times I kind of base it on what items are selling for, but I also look at what I paid for it. As long as I can double or triple my money and still have a good a variance of a profit for whoever buys it from me, I'm happy with that. But if it doesn't sell, like Jay and I were talking about before the show, we were talking about a lot of times you will only see it 3 times from me. After that third time, it gets out of rotation and it either gets listed or it gets put in my antique booth. That's just the way I do things. That's my method of when I show things. Let's see. Joanne says, as a new reseller, I try to do research on everything I sell and learn more about other resellers. Yes, you have to, because I do see that a lot where a lot of people don't even do that. I'm doing spreadsheet, then I can remember if it is a rare item.
So, Joanne, your comment about when I thrift, I keep in mind what certain people like. It's funny because that market research. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're involved in, whether it's reselling. In my case, it's publishing. I need to be on top of what people are reading, what's hot in which genres. Am I picking up the books in categories that people are actually reading? That whole aspect there of keeping in mind what certain people like, and especially your specific audience, is so critical to being successful. I mean, you know, again, Angela and Uni could sell ice to Eskimos, but if they suddenly showed up one day and they were selling like only salt and pepper shakers, you'd be like, "What's going on?" That's not usually what we tune into them for. But that absolutely, knowing your audience and knowing what your audience is looking for is super critical to being successful,
And this is
no
true,
matter what kind of reselling business you're in.
and it is constantly changing. You
Yep.
can also use Google Sheets free in case you don't have Excel. Yep, that's true too. Any type of spreadsheet, any kind of way that you can keep track of your items. It's a lot easier because for me, what I put on my spreadsheets, I copy and paste it, especially when I'm on a live show and it's like three per round. Or when I'm going to do the invoice, I can copy and paste it and put it in the invoice where I'm not sitting there and having to type everything on that invoice. Copying and pasting it helps a lot on the invoice. So you need to be prepared to be able to do this kind of stuff to where you're not going to be like a deer in headlights because of the fact that another thing I see is when you're using whatever technology you're using, whether it's a camera on a laptop, an external camera on your computer or laptop, whatever it may be, get used to where your camera lens or that way 9 times out of 10 is if you have yourself centered within that camera, you know that that is where the center of that camera is going to be. Arm's length away, you know that's where the camera is. It's not over here. It's not down here. It's not over here. It's not up here. You know what I'm saying? So get used to where your camera is. If you have to, put a picture right below that camera. That way you know you're looking at the camera. That way that gives you an idea of exactly where to aim that item you're showing in that camera view. And it makes it a lot easier for you. Okay, Crack and Christine, hello, good morning, and welcome, Christine. How are you doing? Good to see you. Harry Potter was rejected 12 times just because something doesn't sell first around does not mean that the item exactly. Because a lot of times it depends on your audience. Like Jay and I were talking about this before the show because he had a couple of questions about some things before our show. And like I was telling him, a lot of times you have different audiences from different shows that you may be on a guest on different channels. So you might want to make sure, and this is one of the things I always say, if I'm reaching out or somebody reaches out to me and says, would you be a guest on my show? And say I really don't watch their channel all the time, my thing I need to do, my assignment that I give myself is I got to go and watch their auctions. I got to see how they run their auctions, how do they do it? Because I want to make sure I understand. For example, my first time last month, I think it was, or this month, might have been last month. I was on with Ellen, Enchanted Emporiums. I've never been on there. I did watch her show a couple of times. So I went back and watched it just so I can get an idea of how does her show run. You got to make sure you at least know how they're doing their show. Who are their audience? Everybody has a different audience. Now, make sure you promote it, letting people know you're going to be there so that you can have some of your audience there for you, support you.
Take care, Jessica. Have a good one.
All right, Jessica, have a good one. Thank you for being here.
Plus if you know what's popular on their channel, that'll help you pick through your inventory for the show ahead of time. You'll have better sales because you're bringing stuff that's actually of interest to that audience rather than showing up with a bunch of stuff you think is going to sell or that you want to sell, but isn't right for the people that are there.
I printed some eyes and put them on each side of my camera lens so that I knew where to look and place them. Exactly. If that's what it takes for you to do it. Because if you have an external camera or you even have the camera on your computer or laptops, whatever you're using, do something to where you know exactly where to look for that camera because then it makes you look like you know what you're doing, you know where your camera's at, and you even if you have to practice, you don't have to go live, just turn the camera on and practice. I guarantee you it's going to make it a lot better for you. And this is to help you, not hurt you. We're not pinpointing who's doing what or where. You just know that it helps you.
It's the
And in
same
this
thing
case,
if you were It's the same thing if you were in person shopping in a store, you would wanna be able to make eye contact with your sales clerk. That making that eye contact is part of that, unspoken communication between 2 people that triggers responses in the brain, and so by being able to make that eye contact directly with the camera, that's that invisible link you're making with your customer on the other side. There's so much science behind that about how it relaxes the other person and puts them in a mindset for listening and for taking your information and processing it and making decisions off of it. If the other person isn't looking at you, the the statistic is something like there's a 75% reduction in information retention when you're not actually looking somebody else in the eye and paying attention.
That's one of the things too. I'm glad you said that because even in public or when you're in person, say someone's trying to sell you something. One of the things that aggravate me the most is I am eye contacting with them, but they can't look me in the eye. They're looking away. They're looking at something else. But if you're trying to sell me something, you can't look me in the eye. I'm not interested. Don't waste my time. That's just the way I am. I've always been told, look them in the eye. That's how you're gonna know if you're telling the truth.
Yeah,
I'm very
Michael, I would say
careful. So,
Michael, I would say that happens to me on every used car lot. Those are the people I definitely don't want to make contact with. On the flip side, oh honey, there are some I have no problem making eye contact with, and wouldn't mind making all other kinds of contact with, if you know what I mean.
Maria, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links, but before I do, let's go ahead into our final thoughts for this week's topics for the week. And it had to do with the topics that we covered this week is, are you the cloud or are you the rainbow? And it's never too late to prepare yourself to so that you can be a rainbow for someone else's clouds. So today's final thoughts for this week. Audit your clouds. What's one area of your business that feels gloomy? Is it your shipping stations, for an example? The 15-minute prep. Spend 15 minutes each day or night preparing for your tomorrow's listings or your auctions. The small acts of preparation is the first strip of the rainbow. Check in on your peers. Send in an encouraging letter or message to a fellow reseller today. Preparation is the bridge between being overwhelming by the weather and becoming the sunshine someone else needs. That is our thoughts for the week. Jerry's final thought, right?
Well,
So that
it's Patrick. It's not completely. I mean, it's not completely unlike Jerry Springer. We do have Carol. I mean, that's what as long as we've got Carol, we've got Jerry Springer. It's
and it's 99.9% you're not the father. I had to feel like saying that one after you said that. Which Jerry? Jerry Springer, probably.
Jerry
I
Springer.
sit on the rainbow. You do. I lost my number. Can I have your? I know where you got that one from. I always use that a lot. I forgot my number. What's yours? I used to do that a lot in New Orleans. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start dropping links. The first items that I'm dropping all the links for is Jennifer's YouTube channel. Here is her YouTube channel. Here is her Etsy store. If you haven't checked out her Etsy store, here is her link for that one. I used to say that a lot in New Orleans before I got married. Yeah, that used to be my go-to little pickup line. I forgot my number. What's yours? It worked too. All right,
That's,
there is
that's
her.
that's just sad. That's just a sad pickup line.
But you know what? It worked. And there is the link. If anybody would like to come on up, the link is at the top of the chat. It'll be there momentarily as soon as I get it pinned to the top of the chat. So what does everybody have going on? And do you have any special events you would like to promote for today? Yeah, that's the one. And Scarlett says she sits on the rainbow. I bet you do, girl. I need sunshine in my raining here all night. Ugh. Springer was the news anchor here. And oh, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Back when he was respectable. Yep.
Maury Povich did that. You're not. Yeah, I know. I just felt like throwing that in now. You're not the father. So yeah. So what are your thoughts for this week's comments for our topics this week? Are you the cloud or are you the rainbow?
Taste the rainbow.
And a lot of times too, though, we have to take it day for day, no matter what it is, because sometimes there's always that rich that gets thrown in the spokes of a bike, so to say. But it's what you do with it and learn from it and keep on going. Just like when we were kids, we used to ride our bicycles, we'd fall off. What would we do? We'd get right back on it and get back on it, right? Unless you had training wheels. Same thing. And once you get it done and you learn what you have to correct, and sometimes we're always correcting something every day. that's okay because that's how we learn. That's how we grow. That's how we can be someone's rainbow in their clouds. Yeah. All right. So I got all the links dropped. I got it posted in the chat. If anybody would like to come on up, you're more than welcome to do that. And if you have anything special going on, let us know. Jennifer's been dropping links, so make sure you check out those links.
I
Don't
do
forget
also
to
want to
do.
add on, one of the things are one of those final thoughts was about, reaching out to one of your peers. Don't just reach out when they're having a bad time and need a pick me up. If you see something on their show that you really impressed you or really influenced you or changed your way of thinking about something, or inspired you to get out of your own way, tell them that. Leave it as a comment in their show, message them directly. It's so easy to hear the bad stuff that goes on, and we don't usually take the time to tell each other about the things that we find great, the things that we think they accomplished. Um, and everybody always finds it easier to believe the bad stuff than they do the good stuff. So the
Yeah.
more good stuff you hear, the better that's gonna be for you in the long run. And it doesn't have to be anything major, but again, if you guys know that, I'm kinda known for shouting out channels here and there when I see something that impresses me, and it's not because they're friends or what have you, it's because it's inspired me in some little way that, "Hey, you know what? That's letting me go back and think about what I'm doing in my own business and how I can be better at what I do." But I make sure I turn around and tell them that as well because that's a reinforcement that they're on the right track. Everybody kind of needs that that compass to remind them that they're going the right way down the road. And that kind of feedback that you can provide to them is a big help to that.
And the same thing with what Amy was saying here. I tried to be the rainbow. I could mean that it could mean that the difference between making someone's day turn around, and that is so true because
Absolutely.
you never know what they're going through. And most of the people who know me, if you have my number or I have yours, or I'm connected with you on Facebook or Instagram, or I have your email, you know that I'm going to be sending you an email, especially if I know you're out of, and I just out of the blue, I'll send you a message or I'll send you a funny quote or something, make you laugh, because you never know what you're going through that day. Just reach out. Just let them know you're thinking of them. Thinking about them. And also make sure you let them know that look, it's not an attaboy, I need a pat on the back kind of thing, but just letting them know you're thinking about them on something that may have done on their live show or a live show or a video. Agree with you, Jay. Totally, one small compliment. Yes, it can.
Absolutely.
Rather be the sun and the shine in their clouds, so there's inner rainbow shine. That's right.
And Regina, what you do so well is what you really succeed at is you lift up not just not just the people buying from you, but the people around you when you're on a show. Like I notice everybody taps into your energy, and you've got just such a positive vibe about you, and you're so great about the way you give feedback to people and how you take your own goofs and errors in stride and you laugh at yourself, and it helps everybody else that watches you go, oh, okay, you know what? If she can laugh at herself when she goofs, I guess I can laugh at myself when I goof. She doesn't take herself so seriously. I think you have more influence probably than you realize, but that's it. Stuff like that is so important to people to be able to have somebody else they can look at and go, okay, that's a good way for me to model my own response and my own behavior.
And I think we had a little conversation about that on Monday, which when you're bringing that up. For example, if you make a mistake and you know you did, don't put yourself down. Laugh at it. Let everybody know that it's okay. Because if you just keep on going and you laugh at it, then they know you're going to be not you're being sincere about it. You did it. We all make mistakes, but it's what you do with it and not try to hide it in a sense that, oh yeah, I made a mistake. Oh well, that was a squirrel moment, or I can't believe I just did that, rookie, kind of thing. And it might have been last week we had that conversation, but again, laugh at it. It's okay. Um,
We are all human beings.
yep.
We are all fallible. None of us are
Oh,
perfect.
you got made her day. Thank you, Jay. And it's
No,
true though. It can be contagious, and you just don't realize. something that you just did out of the ordinary of not even thinking about it can make somebody's day. You don't realize what they're going through, and you might have just helped them make a better day for themselves.
One of the reasons why I started tuning into this morning show every day was I was finding I was waking up every day already angry or already upset, because of things that had happened the day before at my day job or things that had gone wrong the day before. I wasn't getting a mindset right from the beginning of the day to put me in that positive mood. And then I started coming in here where people were greeting everybody every morning and everybody was friendly, and it such a positive vibe first thing in the morning, and it really has changed my mindset for the rest of the day. Um, so now this is one of those ways that I get the piece of the rainbow that I need to be able to face my day and go, you know what? Okay, it's all going to be good. I've had a great start. I started the day with my friends. This is awesome.
I'm glad you said that because I do get a lot of compliments about the morning show, and I do it because I enjoy it. But I laugh every time Robert wakes up. When he does wake up, when I do, and I'm like this when I wake up, going, upbeat, happy go lucky, and that kind of stuff. He says it's too early. I look at him. I said it's never too early. Yeah. But it makes a big difference when you can pass on that positivity to someone else because they may have gotten up on, say, the wrong side of the bed, which to me, there's not a wrong side, but that's just the way I look at things. So, do you look at it as the glass is half empty or is it half full? You know, that's how I look at things. Bearded Pickers Live, he did get his channel back. He's back in the regular shows, but there's his link. Go over and visit him. Yeah. Michael says that Jay, I'm perfect. My mama told me so.
Oh, well, I mean, that was a given, Michael. I mean, there was really not any doubt about that.
Oh, thank you, Carol. Morning shows are the great affirmation to start our day, and that's one
Yep.
of the things I love because I I want to be able to pass on that positivity. I'm like this all day, every day. Yeah, you might get me on my bad side one day, here or there, but I always laugh about it, and you have to because sometimes if you stay in that negative motion of the day, your whole day is ruined. The lady at the post office, she always tells me, "Do you ever have a bad day?" I say, "Yeah, I just don't show it." Sometimes you just keep on hiding, fake it till you make it sometimes, but it does rub off on others. If you're having a bad day, people will see it.
Uni's 5 away from 300.
Yeah, a little Debbie, that was a week or two ago. Yeah, it was hacked about something with somebody who, and I never had this before, where he had somebody who was authorized to use his channel. You'd have to go back and watch his show where he did a video on it where it had to do with somebody who was co-owner or part authorized on his channel and was doing stuff with Bitcoin or something, and he
Oh,
had to
geez.
fight to get it back. So he did get it back, and he's full force. Yep. So yeah, but Scott got it back, and he was on last week on his channel.
Guys,
I
if you
hate the
haven't,
morning news, but I love Johnny's morning show. And that's one thing about me with the news. I hate watching the news. The only thing I will sit there and watch is the weather because I don't know, just something about it. I don't want to start my day off bad with all this bad news stuff, especially when it comes to things that I don't want to hear about. You have to sometimes. But for me, I'll get there and tune into the weather only, and I'm out the room. And I thank you so much for that, Paul. And I'm the same way. I just don't like watching the news when it's all bad news. But I
I,
will
I
watch
will
the weather.
say, I will say, if you go and you listen to other people who do morning shows on YouTube or other little talk shows on YouTube, listen for the balance of negativity versus positivity, and you'll find this morning show is probably the most positive talk show, positive morning show out there at the moment. It rarely goes into negative territory.
And again, we
Rarely.
do every now and then, we'll do something that we need to talk about, but it's never aimed towards just one person. It's more of a broad topic. We've had it every now and then because it's just topics that we need to talk about. But a lot of times I'll always turn it into something positive. So my call to action for the end of this show today is, if you don't mind, if you enjoy this morning show, I would love to see the numbers go up higher on the morning show. Share it out. Also, please make sure you are subscribed to this channel, because I've been noticing on channels that I go to that I know I'm subscribed to, because YouTube's been doing these updates. I have to resubscribe. I have to make sure my notifications are turned on. And then I also make sure to hit the thumbs up. So please make sure y'all do that. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the notifications, because like this morning, I was going to a couple of channels and I noticed that the notification was none. And I always set my notifications to all. So make sure you check those out, because you don't want to miss out when you have somebody going live that you enjoy. Saw Michael come in with a comment. I'm waiting for it to show up. Enjoy yourself. He's a married man. All right. The news isn't news. It's opinion shown, doesn't it? Rating and it makes money. Yeah, you're right about that. But that is so true. Who we got?
Oh,
We have a special. Guess who's here?
oh my God! I'm so. Should I leave? Should I leave now? I just feel inappropriate being here. That's good.
Well, you guess what? You got to deal with it. But suck it up, Buttercup. Because guess who's here?
All right.
Mark.
Yay!
Good morning.
Oh, you got the deep voice going on this
Oh
morning.
my! Oh well!
I haven't
Oh no!
I haven't talked to anybody.
Please don't clear your throat. Oh my! That was.
Now we have sunshine.
Oh,
on my
uh-oh,
shoulder.
uh-oh.
I'm happy.
Yay!
Sunshine is here.
It's a party. It's officially a party.
Hello,
Mm.
Mark.
Hi, Regina.
Jay,
Mark,
and
Hello,
What
sweetheart.
time is your surgery?
Do what?
Have you ever heard yet what time is your surgery?
I won't know that until between 2 and 4 tomorrow afternoon.
Wow.
Oh, that's just ridiculous.
Very white voice. You right, Amy? Damn, Mark, way to channel your inner Patrick.
I've been taking lessons.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right?
You better be careful. Carol's already wound up about you. You're gonna really get her now with that voice.
Carol. Mm-mm.
Mum, mum, mum.
And look, I do have to say, when them two are on the same show, we have so much fun and laughter. I have to turn my camera off and I have to turn that bottom away from everybody, because if not, I'm going to laugh the whole show. That's how bad we get. Yes.
Why,
Gary,
yes. Hello.
Carol, you got Carol's motor running.
Run, run.
Yeah,
But
Patrick, we need Mark to do a couple radio stingers with that voice, don't we?
oh, Patrick's voice too is man.
I know. It
Yeah.
just makes you wet.
Yeah, Patrick's got that panty dropper voice. Yep.
Yes, he does.
Tidy whities, woo!
So, Regina, what do you have going on this week, girlfriend?
Well, you know, today will be the home day auction.
Home day.
Later. And this is my home location. I'll be out the door here in a few minutes. But I just wanted to make a comment, Jay. You were talking about, how this morning show is your bright spot when you found it. And I totally agree. I have been in that, where you wake up, you're grumpy, you're in that dark spot. And when I worked for corrections before I retired, I was there almost every day, and I get it. I totally get it. And then, of course, once I got out of it, because corrections, if you don't know, it's a demanding job, and you're always, got to be considering, it's them against us, kind of thing, always.
Yeah.
But it can be a very negative. So you try to be, positive, but, some days you're just not there, So, but, when Johnny's not on in the mornings, well, thank you, Terry, for that compliment. I got my face on. And my new shirt I got from Terry, new to me anyway. So anyway, once, if Johnny's not on, like those few times he's been on vacation and didn't have a fill-in or something, I'm like, oh no, this is bad. Oh, I got to find something else.
I find weekends tough. I find not having the show on Saturday and Sunday, and me going to work, I find that actually fairly difficult for me, that I don't have the show to start with on the weekends. So Johnny, we need you to go to 7 days a week. No pressure.
But then I'm just like, well, be my own spot of happiness. Okay.
That's one way to do
Oh
it.
There we go. Now everybody's back where they belong. There we go.
no.
Actually, I know when I first saw Regina doing that, I understand what you're saying about her camera when she gives commands. And sometimes it just doesn't want to listen to her with her
No.
commands.
Yeah, this is a different camera at home. It's just a Logitech
Hello,
at
Cha
home.
Cha.
So,
How are you doing?
you
Good
know,
to see you.
I go blurry. This is just my living room back behind me. So excuse mess. It's still a work in progress when I'm there. But so now I try to be, upbeat because I wake up and it's going to be a good day to have a good day every day, no matter what is going on. You can
Yeah.
still have stuff that goes on, but guess what? I woke up. I am blessed to wake up, because, it's not my time for a dirt nap yet. So,
That's
and I'm
right.
happy with that. So, and then when it is, it is. But until that time,
For
I
me,
will
though, I
try to
find
be
it's you take less energy by being positive than you are negative.
very
You
true.
waste more
So
energy that
true.
way. And that's the
You
way
It
I
know,
look
takes
at things.
it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile,
That's right.
which means it's a better workout to be a miserable person.
And I think everybody who comes into the morning show, now, if I can touch somebody's life in at least once a day, I've done what I wanted to succeed for the day. And that was my goal when I first started doing and I can't believe it's been over 6 years that I've been doing a live show, much less the morning show. But for me, I look forward to it. I enjoy this. But yes, there's sometimes that when I'm traveling, like to Hawaii, it's like a 4 or 5 hour difference where I can't do a live because it's 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And Robert's sleeping, and I'm not gonna wake him up. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
You can't or you won't.
I won't.
Happy wife,
No,
happy life, happy
not that
spouse.
early in the morning, anyway. Yeah. But again, that's very few and far between. Even when I do travel within the United States, I can still do my morning show with no problem. But the only time I ever had to cancel was when my 2 dogs died. That was it. Unless somebody else can do, like when Mark and I do the morning show, and he does it because I'm out, but he's got the control to run it. He can still do it. But again, that's very few and far between.
Yeah, but
Cool, Carol, Johnny.
Johnny means touching someone emotionally. Well,
Thank you.
mm,
Yeah, I mean, I like to touch people once a day too, but the police don't like it.
But yeah, if I can make somebody's day, I've succeeded.
oh
What I
yeah.
want to do.
Well,
And
thank
then
you, TZ.
so
and then Mark,
I try.
what do you have going on that I know after your surgery, Mark and I believe Mike and Denise is going to help run your shows for you? Let
Yeah.
us know about that. Look who's
So
here,
Denise and Michael will have their show tonight.
Mike.
Up.
Who needs?
Hey Jen, hey Jen.
Hey, Jen. Yeah, I saw that, and yeah. I don't know if anybody knows Doug. We call him Doug, but it's Doug. Got some major health issues going on, so Jen has set up a GoFundMe. I've posted it on Facebook. If you can, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
This Sunday, Denise is going to run. We've got Denise is going to run the show.
Oh no.
But she's done pretty good on her end though, doesn't she? On her channel.
Yes.
She does great. She is wonderful.
Yeah, she's
It's gonna be 2 hours of naked dolls. 2 hours of naked dolls.
so, but her and Angela are gonna. We're trying to keep everything as normal as possible.
Right.
And we just got to take it, a day at a time.
That's all you can do. Because you don't know how long it's going to take you to recover after your surgery.
Exactly.
Definitely. And then Jay, you're going to have that show next Tuesday on St. Patrick's Day, correct?
Yep, we've got our salute to Irish authors and literature on Tuesday. Yep. And then I'm back here with you on next Monday through Wednesday.
That's right. And also don't forget, today we do have Mia, Crazy May Stash, as our guest. We also have Leslie's Lucky Finds. We have Miss Marion and Tooch today on our Hump Day auction. Come and check it out.
We got a full lineup.
Full lineup, yep. Well, Miss Denise will be back on April the 1st. So she's doing her PT from her shoulder surgery.
Boy, that's easy for you to say.
It's a hard word.
Yeah. But she'll be back on April 1st. And so,
Yay.
again, everybody, if you would like to come on after the show's over, the link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join us after the show is over. Also, come back at 1 o'clock when we have our Hump Day auction. Don't forget, tomorrow I will have the update information. I may be a little late because I have to drop my car off to get brakes changed. But tomorrow's going to be the updated information on last Thursday. We talked about the new feature of the new promotional thing that they have for eBay. I will give you the results and why I did not run it the whole week and why I only ran it for the full day and a half. Come back tomorrow and I'll tell you the results of that one because
I am looking forward to this.
But anywho, we'll share that tomorrow. Don't forget, Friday is the Would You Buy It or Would You Live It? I have a few people already send me those links, so make sure you email me at CajunRootsReseller@gmail.com with the items that you listed and sold. No matter what platform it's on, just send me the link. In the email, make sure you include how much you paid for it, where did you buy it, if you know how long it took to sell, and if you took an offer, what was that offer for? And we do it every Friday. Would you buy it or would you leave it? I hate to GoFundMe. I'd rather prefer Venmo. There you go.
See, I'm not crazy about it either, but Doug, if you
Well, the money, whoever creates the account, I do know because I have done it myself for someone. Whoever gets it, they're the ones that gets the money, and then they forward it on, minus a few fees,
Right.
But it doesn't go to that page. The whoever created it gets the money. So,
Yeah.
and I know GoFundMe is big. It's big and broad, and a lot of people see it.
yeah.
So as I say before, in each and every show, if you want to come on after the show's over, that link is at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join us after the show has ended. As I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear?
First in the mornings, originally from the Bayou State of Louisiana. Here at Cajun Roots Reselling, you make me an offer and I'll take it. You got the dollars, go see Johnny, he's got it all. Let him have it with no problem. See the special man.